first of all, for those of you who don't know us very well, we've been in Tucson for over 50 years. We're a Tucson first company, and we specialize in serving Tucson and Southern Arizona. That's what we do, that's what we concentrate on. We have all local service technicians support, and customer care is the number one thing we do. And a few things that we'll go over today is how to make sure you reach your customers, electronic communications versus physical mail, shipping and receiving solutions, and most importantly, customer communications, the way we communicate with our customer, all with a return on investment, increased profitability, and streamlined integration. So the first thing I wanted to kind of go over was on undeliverable mail. So any mail that comes back or is delayed or is not delivered has a big impact on businesses, and almost everybody has to deal with this at one level or another. It's shown that about 42% of businesses make very little effort to measure data quality, to make sure their contact data is correct for their end clients. According to the USPS, over 23% of all mail is addressed incorrectly. So it's a huge impact and a huge issue that most people have to deal with. Addresses in the US declined by 17% a year. People move, addresses change, people change their name, and if you left unchecked, it's really going to catch up to you. And up to a 20% duplication rate is also not uncommon. People have multiple databases, multiple people entering data, and the way it's entered can make a big difference. Whether it's Arizona, it's AZ dot, or Arizona, you may have 3 contacts in there for the same person. So where this affects is customer satisfaction and retention. So if your customer doesn't receive the invoice, statement, marketing piece, event notification when they're supposed to, it can have a very negative effect on your customer relations with that. And it also, if a late fee gets occurred because the mail is delayed, has to come back and then get sent back out, that obviously has a negative impact on your end customer relationship. You also have an impact on your customer service department. People don't receive the information they need or have a errant late charge on there, they're going to call you, and it takes more time out of your day. And then of course, improved cash flow. If they don't receive it, they can't pay it, it's going to be delayed coming back in. Then you have your operational side, so your cost to create. So if you have to resend out a piece of mail, you have a cost to print, postage, envelope, paper, and it has a set cost to it. There's also a cost to research and resend. So if you get mail back, you're gonna have to make 1, 2, 3 phone calls to find out who the correct person is, update in one or multiple databases, and that takes a lot of time and money. And then of course you have bad carrier addresses. So UPS, FedEx, if you send to the wrong address and they have to correct that address, it's a big fee. Normally $12 to $15 would be the fee you'd see on that. So what to do? First of all, get a free data quality analysis. It's absolutely free for everybody at the event. We got Neopost to set that up for us. We can go out, we can sit with you, upload all your contact data, and it'll tell you exactly how many addresses are addressing correctly, how many have moved and has not been updated, along with addresses that are just not even deliverable. So it gives you a good starting point of how big of an issue is this and what can be done to fix it. Second, we'd recommend putting in an internal process within your organization, one or multiple people or a department that will go through when you get a change of address, that person goes through and updates it in every single database. Accounting database, sales database, because many times what we see is it corrected one place but it's not corrected somewhere else, and then the data is corrupt at that point. And then last of all, get a solution in place to make sure addresses are regularly updated and duplicates removed. So we have many, many solutions in place for fairly small office to Fortune 500 that can take care of these for you. Next area is on certified mail. Certified mail is normally the most important piece of mail you send. You're spending 11 times the amount of postage to send that. There's a reason for it. You have to show proof that you sent it or proof of delivery with a signature. And a lot of times when that proof is needed, maybe months or years down the road. So making sure you have that when you need it is critical. So the solution we have is what we call Connect Suite eCertified. It's a cloud-based solution that anybody within your company or anywhere out there can automatically process eCertified mailings, and it links all the mailing information to that barcode, to that tracking information. So whenever you need to go back and retrieve it, it's easily found. The solution also allows everyone within the organization to process these, and most importantly, a solution that allows quick and easy retrieval when you need the signature, when you need that proof of mailing. And by the way, if you're doing any amount of green cards sending out, this system will pay for itself very easily and actually put money right back in your budget. Next area I want to talk about is electronic delivery. A lot of customers and a lot of end customers like talking about something electronically, a paperless solution, if you will. If you have a solution in place, how well is it working and what's the adoption rate, and what would the value be to have an e-delivery solution in place instead of paper mail, invoices, statements, newsletters. So the three main ways we send it, or people can send it, is first of all US mail. We all know it, print, fold stuff, send out, takes a couple days to get there, has a set cost to it, 75 cents to $1.20 in an average organization, and then payment, again, comes back generally in the mail, or they have to call the customer service department and make that payment. So the other way is a web portal. Web portals have some advantages over paper mail, but the problem is there's extra steps involved. And a lot of your end clients are not willing to take those extra steps, and that's the reason it doesn't have a high adoption rate. They have to register for a website. They have to go in each time you get notification that there's an invoice statement or any type of communication. They have to go remember username and password, log into it, get that information. So because of that, we don't see a very high adoption rate. 1 to 4% a year with a total over time of 10, 20, 30%. So while it does have a huge cost savings over sending it mail, 70 to 95%, not that many people are using it. It's inconvenient, and end customers don't want to take the time to do that. So what Neopost specializes in is what we call push email. What it is it sends out the exact same communication they would receive paper format. So it would look exactly the same. Invoice, statement, additional marketing materials, whatever you have, they would receive it as a secure PDF email, and there'd be no change in the customer process that they would do. So sign up for that is 10 to 15% a year on average, and you could look at 60 to 70 to even 80% adoption rate on this. So being as it has similar savings to the web, but several times the adoption rate, you're going to have a huge potential return on investment, and they can also pay directly off that secure PDF. So they don't need to do anything else. Their process is very quick and simple, and actually easier than getting a piece of mail by the USPS. So our solution is ConnectSuite e-Delivery. It's a cloud-based solution that allows you to evolve to digital communication, still allows the people that want physical mail, sends out automatically, there's electronic versus paper without having to do any change in activity, online payments, real-time reporting, and it's a complete e-delivery strategy with a significant return on investment over time. Next area I'd like to talk about is output management and customer communication. The way we communicate with our customers is critically important, and a lot of businesses, invoice statements, newsletters is the most common way we communicate with our customers, more than phone calls, more than visiting. So having that being compelling, personalized communication to the right person at the right time is very important, along with keeping operational costs in check. So just give you an example of one of our solutions called OMS 500. What this does is allows you to have multiple inputs. Your invoice statements, newsletters, business documents, informative information all gets dropped into our system, and then our system goes through and it enhances the customer experience, increases sales and cross-selling, and improve compliance and security through things like barcoding, making sure the right person gets the right document, the right number of pages, and tracks it through to make sure they get it. Especially healthcare and insurance, compliance is a big concern, and this makes sure that the right communication is getting to the right person. Then we have cross-selling or marketing. So if you have to, notify somebody of something that a rules change or a laws change, you can certainly add that in there, customized. If you want to cross-sell a product, so if you sell product A and you want to sell product B and they already get these, it'll automatically customize, put the right communication in there. So it sends that right message, right cross-selling, right upselling to the person. And then you can change layout and content. So the invoice statement, whatever it is, has the layout that your end customers can understand easily and process easily. Then we have more on the operational side, where you can improve your workflow, decrease manual processes, correct